Is this thing on?
Get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Tweet. That was an opinion of somebody.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. It's very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. A kid. I've got to go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I'm the only person who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election, and I never ceased from it. One was on restoring the soul of this country because of what I saw happen in Charlottesville. That was it. No one else was talking about it. The words of presidents matter. Nobody else.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Antifa exists.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
What is up, users, and welcome to the motherfucking show. This is Above It All, folks. Above it all. Let me figure out how to use my camera. I'm sorry. It was in a different position because I was on a fucking show earlier, and these motherfuckers are like, that's what they were like. So anyway, welcome to the show, folks. How's it going? I think this is on. I'm pretty sure it's on. How's it going? We're here. We're queer. And we're not going to fuck around, folks. That's what's happening. Above it all, what is it? 1248? Is that correct? Is that the number? Can someone fact check me? Are my facts checked? Are they, what's going on here? So what's happening? Anyway, if you missed it, which, let's be honest, if you missed it, I mean, hey, I'm not going to call you a fake fan, but I'm just saying there's a little bit of cognitive dissonance going on there. Smia, I'm talking about you, calling you out, call out post. But yeah, I was on the Benjamin Dixon show this morning, speaking on the protests in Elizabeth City over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. And we'll be doing a recap from yesterday as well, for that is today as well, of course. And bada boom, right? So we got some other news I'd like to maybe talk about. So you've still got it playing on the TV. I mean, you got to turn it off. The Superior show. No, but I'm not kidding though. JK? Unless, right? No, I'm just joking. Unless. But anyway, so I've got some news here. I don't know if is this news? I don't even know. Like, what is news anyway at this point? I'm not sure. But this clip has been going viral on Twitter this morning, and I think it's hilarious. And so this is President Joe Biden basically telling it how it is when it comes to gun nuts in America. Bitch, your little fucking toy gun from 1856 is not going to stand up to the United States military. Let's watch.
The Second Amendment from the day it was passed limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon. Those who say the blood of patriots, and all the stuff about how we're going to have to move against the government. Well, the tree of liberty is not water with the blood of patriots. What's happened is...
Wait, did this motherfucker say the tree of liberty? Like, bro, what?
The tree of liberty is not water with the blood... Well, the tree of liberty is not water with the blood of patriots. What's happened is that there never been, if you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it.
I love this. I'm going to be honest. I love this. Now, again, when I say I love this, do I mean I agree with him on the policy? No. I just think this is hilarious. I think this is amazing content. I love this for the fucking funny factor, folks. Okay, so all these fucking right-wing gun nuts that collect guns, and they're like, I'm gonna stand up against tyranny. Woo-how! Right? When Minneapolis, for example, when the police in Minneapolis occupied the entire fucking city of Minneapolis after they themselves murdered George Floyd, they occupied the whole city for months. Did the right-wing gun nuts go out there and stand up against tyranny? Nope. What they did was they were talking about on Twitter and Facebook, back to blue. We're going back to blue, folks. Goddamn police going back to goddamn blue. So when tyranny actually comes to your front door, when police are shooting through residential windows because citizens are looking at them marching through the streets like fucking Nazis in 1944, right? When that happens, when tyranny actually came to your front door, you cowered like a little bitch. You want to know why? Because your little Confederate gun collection ain't shit. Your little fucking box of fucking 1863 revolvers ain't gonna do jack fuck all. Your 20 AR-15s ain't gonna do jack fuck all. You're just a loser. You're a fucking mass shooter wannabe, and you're a fucking twerp, okay? Now, people are interpreting this as Joe Biden threatens to use nuclear weapons on America. Okay, fine, interpret it that way if you want. But that's not what happened. What he's saying is, you are not going to stand up against police. You are not going to stand up against military. You are not going to overthrow tyranny. You're not. You're a loser, you're a LARPer, and you're a fucking moron. Now, does that mean I support President Biden's bill, or is whatever he's pushing forward? I'm going to be honest, I haven't read it yet. I don't know exactly what they're banning. That said, I don't really give a fuck about assault weapons. I'm going to be honest. I don't give a fuck about the AR-15. Doesn't matter to me. What I care about, like, if you want to have a gun for self-defense, like a handgun, a shotgun, alright, a rifle, okay. An AR-15, I personally cannot possibly conceive of a scenario where I would want an AR-15 and it would be useful for defending myself. Just can't perceive that scenario. What would possibly happen to me where an AR-15 would be more useful than a handgun? I can't conceive of that scenario. What situation would I possibly be in where a shotgun is less effective than an AR-15? Hey, that's just me. I can't conceive of that scenario, right? So do I necessarily care if they're banned? Not really, right? I just don't give a fuck. That's my opinion. Now, again, I haven't read this legislation or whatever. I don't know what he's exactly trying to do. That being said, I don't give a fuck about assault weapons, okay? What I care about are weapons for self-defense, home defense, especially as a queer person in a southern state, right? Especially as a leftist in a southern state. I think it's important to have guns for self-defense, right? I think that is something that should be actually very much so. Leftists should be arming themselves. They especially if you're a person of color in the South, right? Like, with all the shit going on in this world, these motherfuckers, they have proven themselves incapable and unwilling to stand up against tyranny. The only times these gun nut Confederate wannabe losers use their guns is when it's on protesters, when it's on malls, when it's in churches, specifically black churches, when it's in schools, when it's in nightclubs. That's when they use their weapons. They're not going down to the police station and standing up against tyranny. They're not shooting out their windows when neo-Nazi police are marching through the streets. They're not doing jack shit. They're posting on Facebook about goddamn Black Lives Matter. Wow! That's what they're doing because they're fucking losers. And if you're offended by this, I got news for you. You're a loser. You're a fucking moron. And you're not gonna stand up against jack shit, bro. You fucking failed. You're gonna fail again. You're a failure. You're a loser. Go suck your own dick, you fuck. That's all I have to say. So how y'all doing? That's my first segment of the day. We're starting off pretty well. This is my first one. His neighbor has got a whole ass cannon in the front yard for decoration. Oh my god. Nice F-bomb on I asked specifically if I'm allowed to curse. They said, we don't want you to, but sometimes it happens, right? So, hey, it's true. It's sometimes it does happen. That is a factual statement. And you know, whoops. The worst part about that is I used my F word, my fuck word. I used it on an analogy of me being a grocery store. Like, I didn't say, like, fuck the police or something. I said, like, I'm sitting on the fucking floor. Like, I just, like, used it as, like, sentence enhancer, right? It was not, like, a well-placed, right? It was not a well-placed fuck word. So that's pretty funny. But that's how you can tell it was an accident. I mean, I just say fuck a lot. I don't know what to tell you. The Air Bud principle to the Constitution. Interesting. Well, I had a warm-up. Ben Dixon show was my warm-up. It's my opening act. AR-15s are useful if you're a pudgy, racist 17-year-old in Wisconsin. Absolutely. They're pretty useful if you're pudgy. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I don't mind someone having guns for self-defense or home defense. That's whatever to me. I don't give a shit. Right? But like, you don't need assault weapons. You just don't. They're useless. It's like, as far as I mean, I think all guns are useless, personally. But assault, like, what? Again, what scenario is an assault weapon more useful than a shotgun? Right? Like, if you want to give me that scenario, all right, fine. But, you know, hey, maybe I've got a limited imagination. If they can suck their own dick, they wouldn't be so angry. That's very true. I have never fired a gun in my life. Alright, folks. You ready for this? How's it going? Neil, welcome to the stream. Hello, Paladin. Hello, Choki. Hello, Mila. Hello, Matt. Hello, Mr. Freak Glitcher. Hello, Abner. Hello, Bethany. Hello, Bob. Hello, Not Me. Hello, Guinea. Hello, Counting Amberjacks. Hello, Smea. Hello, Sal. Hello, Felix. Hello, Cloud. Hello, Katie. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Bodan. Hello, Darlene. Hello, Zero. Pain Elemental. Hello, Is that it? Hello, Jay Clem. Saw you on Like It or Not. Thought I'd check you out. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hello, Johnny. Hello. Is that it? Is that it? Did I get everyone? Shurif is also here. Who else is here? Did I get everyone? Is that everyone? Did I miss anyone? Hello, Gma. How's it going? Got to strategize our F-bombs. Exactly. Otherwise, they're going to take them away. The only ones who push for assault weapons are the ones pretending they'd be taking out a tyrant. Yeah, again, Donald Trump is still alive. Case closed. Like, you're not going to stand up against tyranny. Case closed. You lost. Like, you had your chance. You had 4 years. And you failed to act. You did nothing. So, hey, sorry. Hey, Mike. Choki says, I bought a new vibrator yesterday. Woo! That's amazing. Looking forward to Benjamin Dixon viewers getting the full Andrea experience. Dogs, swearing, anger. I am always mad. Max! Maxie! He's passed out on the floor. He's not coming up. He's not coming up. Alright, folks. So yeah, Joe Biden, he's a tyrant now, and he's, of course, going to start ruling the world with communist China. Pretty good stuff. Let's see what else we got going on here. Alright, let's go on Google News. Hustle culture bullshit. Yo, I'm a hustler, so what? Manhunt underway. Oh, no! I forgot to cover this. Oh my god, I forgot that this happened yesterday. Folks. Alright. You ready for this one? This is, everyone, prepare yourself, right? This is, okay. John McAfee is dead, folks. At least in this universe. So, this is what's happening here. John McAfee found dead in Spanish prison after extradition to the U.S. was approved. This is from CNN. John McAfee, the controversial antivirus software magnate who'd had multiple recent run-ins with the U.S. law, has died at 75. McAfee was awaiting extradition in a Spanish prison after being charged with tax evasion in the United States last year. McAfee was found dead in his cell in a prison near Barcelona on Wednesday around 1 p.m., and a medical examiner went to the scene, a spokeswoman for the Superior Court of Catalonia told CNN. She said the cause of death is under investigation. Whoa. 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 A statement from the Catalonia Regional Government's Justice Department, which manages prisons there, said the prison medical personnel and guards attempted to perform life-saving procedures after finding McAfee. Why do they even print that shit? Like, who cares if they did? The guy died. It doesn't, like, whether or not, CPR, like, that doesn't, like, you know, they're dead, right? The headline says they're dead, so it doesn't matter if they, like, you know, like, I guess it's good to know, but it's just, like, you know, positive press for, like, the people that maybe killed him. Whoa. The statement said, everything indicates that McAfee could have died, what is that? Whoa, folks. The statement said, quote, everything indicates, unquote, that McAfee could have died by suicide. What? If you're trying to convince me he killed himself, you should say everything indicates that McAfee died by suicide. Not could have died by suicide. Anyone can die by suicide. Right? Like if I, like, fucking, like, fell down the stairs, right? That could be ruled a suicide. If I, like, you know, had a gun on, like, you know, taped to the wall on a timer and shot myself with it, with the timer, and stood back to make it look like it was a homicide, I could have died by suicide. What does could have mean? What does that mean? His death came after a ruling from a 3-judge panel at Spain's National Court in Madrid this week that McAfee could be extradited to the United States to face charges there. That decision could still have been appealed to a larger panel of judges at the same court, according to the court documents. McAfee had a cellmate at the prison, but the person was not in the cell around the time McAfee was found dead, a prison official who asked not to be named. Whoa! Why did they ask not to be named? What's going on? Told CNN. The official added the other person was out doing other normal activities. Perfect alibi. Right? Oh, hey, where were you last night? Oh, I was just doing normal stuff. What? Where, like, oh, I was just doing my normal stuff. What? So where were you at 12:14 p.m.? Oh, I was doing my normal activities. What are those normal hey, just I was doing my normal activities. Hey, just letting you know, those activities are very normal. There's nothing to see here. Asked if authorities had imposed special monitoring measures on McAfee in his cell, the official said, "I'm not aware of that." I'm not aware? What? It's a yes or no question. I'm not aware of that. What are you aware of? Are you aware of the normal activities? McAfee was arrested in Spain in October after being indicted in the United States for tax evasion months earlier. He allegedly failed to file taxes for 4 years despite earning millions in income between 2014 and 2018 from promoting cryptocurrencies, consulting work, speaking engagements, and selling the rights to his life story for a documentary. According to court documents, the amount he owed was not specified in the indictment. The Spanish judges approved the extradition to face charges for the 2016, 17, and 18 tax returns. In a virtual hearing in Spanish court earlier this month, McAfee argued that U.S. tax evasion charges against him were politically motivated. I love it. McAfee, founder of the eponymous antivirus software firm, with which he is no longer affiliated, was also indicted in March on separate fraud and money laundering charges. The U.S. Department of Justice alleges that he and a business partner participated in a scheme that earned more than $13 million by falsely promoting cryptocurrencies to unwitting investors. The final 2 decades of McAfee's life included a somewhat bizarre series of events. I love that. I gotta highlight this. That's amazing. The final 2 decades of McAfee's life included a somewhat bizarre series of events. That I want to be like the tagline for the upcoming documentary. Like, it's McAfee, and then it's like a picture of his face or whatever, and then like in quotes at the bottom, the final 2 decades of McAfee's life included a somewhat bizarre series of events. And then In 2012, McAfee briefly vanished after fleeing his home in Belize. because local police tried to question him on the death of his neighbor. He had denied involvement in the death and claimed he fled because he feared for his life. He spent time in Guatemala and then moved to Montreal, Canada, where he worked on a documentary about his life. He ran for president in 2016 as a libertarian and launched a new security product that he called a fucking game changer. And that's the end. But wait, there's more. This is on Newsweek now. A cryptic image posted on John McAfee's Instagram. Whoa. Wait, that's not the Instagram. Hold up. Let me go find the Instagram. How are you gonna have Instagram and then not link to the fucking Instagram? Hello? Alright, folks. Hold the phone. Alright, let's do this article. This is another good one. Alright. If I suicide myself, I didn't. I was whacked. After McAfee's death, his old tweet goes viral. Prominent tech figure John McAfee, who founded the leading antivirus software provider McAfee, has been found dead in a cell in Spain. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, here's the tweet. This is a classic, folks. This is a real classic. Getting subtle messages from the U.S. officials saying, in effect, we're coming for you, McAfee. We're going to kill yourself. I got a tattoo today just in case. If I suicide myself, I didn't. I was whacked. Check out my right arm. And then he sells a cryptocurrency, which is whack. God bless John McAfee. So let's read this article about the QAnon stuff. Less than an hour after McAfee's apparent suicide was reported, his Instagram account posted a large Q with no caption or explanation. The Q appears to be a reference to the radical QAnon movement, which McAfee joked and tweeted about a number of times over the past few years. The post, along with all of the photos on McAfee's Instagram account, have since been deleted. Oh, okay. As well as the speculation that McAfee may not have killed himself. Similar claims were surrounding the death of extremely well-connected billionaire pedophile Jeffrey Epstein in August 2019. A number of QAnon supporters suggested that hidden... First of all, the idea that they're going to try to compare Epstein to McAfee and say only QAnon people believe Epstein didn't actually kill himself. I've got news for you, buddy. I've got news for you, buddy. If you ask any random person on the street if Epstein killed himself, I guarantee you 10 times out of 10, they're going to say no. I'm just letting you know. It's not a QAnon thing. I've collected files on corruption in governments. For the first time, I'm naming names and specifics. I'll begin with a corrupt CIA agent and 2 Bahamian officials. Coming today, if I'm arrested or disappear, 31 plus terabytes of incriminating data will be released to the press, McAfee tweeted out on June 9th, 2019. 11 days later, he added, the instant I disappear, the information is released. Those named would be crazy to kill me or collect me. They are simply praying I live forever. If it is released, revenge takes over and I'm dead. I love this shit, man. Okay, so I just want to say, I've followed John McAfee. He was also running for 2020 Libertarian nominee as well. And so I like, he has got such a good saga. Like, this guy has done so many fucking hilarious things. I would love to watch this documentary. I hope it's like filmed as a comedy, because this motherfucker's life is hilarious up until his death. And I also want to put this out there. John McAfee did a viral marketing campaign where he had people dress up as him and show up in random places and pretend to be him. So who knows if the John McAfee that showed up dead in a prison cell is actually John McAfee. More news at 11. Hello, Lily B. How's it going? Rielan. Hello, Rielan. Hello, Andrew Kowalski. I want to smoke some weed with one. What, an alien? Fuck yeah. I'd like to remind everyone, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to remind everyone that I exist. I'm doing a podcast. You're listening to it right now, actually. And that's incredible. I think aliens are more into mushrooms. I would hope so. Considering the mushrooms are aliens. Whoa. Yeah, Lily B, I just mentioned that right before you showed up. All right, folks. So, I want to play this clip here. Give me a sec. I got a clip. It exists. All right, folks. So we have a very interesting clip here of the socialist mayoral candidate in Buffalo, New York. And this is a little snippet from her victory speech. This is India Walton speaking after being declared the winner of the mayoral primary in Buffalo, to my understanding. And so let's watch. It's pretty good.
I have a long list of thank yous. Too many to name. All the glory goes to God. First, my children. My children have been so patient with me. My oldest son is 24 years old. I called him one Sunday and I told him Happy Surrogate Father's Day because he's been taking up the mantle, spending the night every weekend, waking up, making me breakfast, making sure I feel good on Saturdays to get out on the campaign trail. My team. My team. Ain't nobody on this campaign get paid a single red cent. Now,
I thought this was a gas mask at first. I was like, whoa, why is this guy rocking a gas mask? But no, it's just headphones.
Don't be trying to call them. They're on Team India. This was a 100% volunteer-led effort. I mean, look at you. Age, class, race, religion, gender identity, sexuality. We welcomed everyone in where there were. We asked for people who were inexperienced on political campaigns and said, don't worry about it, we'll find somebody to help you. And then here come Working Families Party.
So real quick, I just want to talk about, this is a pretty big thing. The idea, right now, a lot of people don't know this, shockingly, but most people don't pay attention to local politics. Most people don't know who their own mayor is. Most people don't know who's on their city council. Most people have never even met any of those people or heard from them or about them in any capacity, right? So, with that being said, the people that end up voting in these primaries and elections when it comes to mayoral, city council races, that kind of stuff, right? The population that actually votes is very, very slim. Very, very slim. And so, really, if you were to do some real, on-the-ground, hardcore organizing, I think you could win a socialist elected mayor to city council, or a socialist elected mayor, city council person, any other positions with relative ease. All you need is a strong group of people that are willing to do the work and that are capable of doing the work. And that's where organizations like the DSA come in, the Working Families Party. They can provide that kind of somewhat institutional knowledge. They can provide some outlines, some trainings, right? All that kind of stuff. And as she was saying right here, right, they wanted the people that were inexperienced to come out. They specifically requested the people that were inexperienced to come out, because when you do that, you bring fresh people that are probably not entrenched in politics. They probably don't know that much about politics. They probably are working paycheck to paycheck, barely making it by. And when you bring them on, you get their perspective, right? You get why they're there. You bring that real support. And then the other thing is, when you bring people on like that, they've got family, they've got friends, they've got networks that they can start organizing within as well. And you need to have these grassroots, very local power structures. And then you can start taking these elections. Because again, most of the time, most people don't vote in their local elections. And if they do, they don't really know who they're voting for. They'll scribble in whoever they recognize name-wise, that kind of stuff. And so, now, that's not to say that you can elect a socialist to mayor in every single city in America. What I'm saying is, maybe. What I'm saying is it's possible. It's possible. But anyway, this was a really good speech, really good moment, and I just wanted to share this because it's some really good-ass shit. And it really just goes to show that anything is possible in this world. All that matters is that you actually put some effort into it. And again, even if you lose the first time, there's a lot of people that lost the first time. Bernie Sanders lost the first time, and the second time, and the third time, etc. So just because you lose doesn't mean, oh, I lost, I wasted 2 years of my life. You can run for something, build an apparatus, build a voter base, build organizations, build power, build unions, and then let's say you lose. All right, run again in 4 more years. And in those 4 more years, expand on your power base, expand on the organizing, do some other organizing practices to bring more different kinds of people together. And then when the time comes, run again and use your expanded base to win another election, right? That's how this works. And I think that this is a very, very important story. And so I just wanted to share that real quick. And I'm taking some notes. I'm taking some notes, folks. I'm taking some notes on this one. Don't you worry about me. Howdy, Susan. How are you doing today? New subscriber. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying the program. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay. Hello, Anastasia. Hey, Green Progress. Ralph Nader's been saying something similar for decades. If the people that don't vote voted, they could elect anybody they want. Yeah, that exactly. And especially when it comes to the internet, right? The internet makes organizing easier than it ever has been and probably ever will be, right? And so, really, this is the time. This is the time to do the shit that needs to be done. So, yeah, I mean, for sure. But again, you have to do the work. Alright, folks, I'm going to get into yesterday's recap segment from the Elizabeth City protests, so let me do that real quick. I got all these motherfuckers following me on Twitter. Like, chill the fuck out. It'll be quite easy once we've conquered telepathy. I'm counting on that one. Counting on that harder than I count amberjacks.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
In the Gulf of Mexico. I love that part. I love that shit, man. Asian carp. I remember when I first heard that, I died when I first heard this motherfucker say Asian carp. Like, who says that? Like, the way that this motherfucker enunciates words is like no other. Like, it's incredible. Asian carp. Great job on Like It or Not. Thank you, thank you. How's it going, Courtney? I believe I'm still scheduled to go on the show again next week. I think on Monday? I was originally scheduled for Monday, and then they booked me again for Thursday. Like, they booked me, like, yesterday, like, or the day before yesterday, and we're like, hey, you want to come on Thursday, too? But they said that they want me on Monday, originally. So I think I'm going to go back there on Monday, unless they bump me, unless they're like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. This bitch said the fuck word. Sorry. Banned? My name came up on Ben... Yo, scoop me. Good morning, comrade. Scoop me. Is Ben Burgess gonna debate me? Let me check my DMs. Before we get into the recap, let's check my DMs. Oh, shit. Folks. 12 hours ago, Ben motherfucking Burgess. Holy crap. Alright. This motherfucker DM'd me. He's responded to my message as of 12 hours ago and requested that I link the video that I made about them, which I will. Of course, my video titled Logic King Ben Burgess engages in historical revisionism over January 6th Capitol attack. Fucking, I love my titles. My titles are so fucking funny. All right. So, but yeah, what's the scoop? What did they say? Can you get me a clip? Sorry, I'm late. Haas, I can't fucking believe you're late. I literally cannot fucking believe that you would have the audacity to show up in this chat 45 minutes into the live stream and just say, sorry, I'm late. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm just... God damn it. But what's up? What's up? Hey, Schultzy. A little afraid, cannot. Double dipping to make up. There you go. I sent Ben a $5 super chat last night re-debating you. Where's my $5 super chat, Mila? I did say hello, Bodan. Gotta rewind. I am totally down to go on the Humanist Report show. We've spoken a couple times about doing something together, but it just hasn't happened yet. So, there you go. Why not? Reminder, folks. I do a daily show. Like, I do a daily... Like, this is not... Like, I was calling people out. You know, we've got all these Sam Cedars, these Ben Dixons, all these motherfuckers. Right? Who claim that they do daily shows. And yet, you show up on Sunday... Yo, it's noon on Sunday. Where's the Majority Report? Can't find it. Yo, it's Saturday fucking whatever. Where's the Ben Dixon show? Can't find it. I thought it was a daily show. Yo, it's fucking Sunday. Where's Good Morning Comrade? Where are they at? I thought that they were a daily show. I was told Good Morning Comrade is on every single day. Alright. It's Sunday. I read about that. I show up. Where's the stream? I don't know where it is. Hey, Umar. Are you being nice? I'm being mean as hell. I'm being the meanest motherfucker on the planet. Me, on the other hand, hey, I'm just saying, I do a daily show. I don't want to be that person that goes out there and, says, like, Google, please define, define daily. Let's watch. Okay, well, don't look at that part of the screen. Daily, done, produced, or occurring every day. Right? And that's the end of the definition. But yeah, no, I do a daily show, and none of these other motherfuckers do, so. God damn it. Alright, folks. I would like to say that I will be, with that being said, I will be taking July 4th off, because I love America, and I need to take the time off to spend time with my family, talking about how much we love America together. So I will not be streaming on the 4th of July. I will be eating hot dogs and, using fireworks and singing the Pledge of Allegiance and watching Red Dawn on loop 3 times, until I watch the remake 3 times with Josh Peck, who's really hot in that movie. But anyway, so I'm just throwing that out there. Mila is giving us the fucking order of operations and the sequence of events here. And by the way, it was my super chat with Ben that preceded the DM. It wasn't anyone else. It was all me. I thought this was a daily. God damn. I want to perfect the art of being somewhat hardened to people's shittiness while still being compassionate and sincere. I try my best. Really puts the my in Mila. Oh my god. Yeah, Mila got me on Feldman's show. By the way, when am I going back? That's the real question. When am I going back on David motherfucking Feldman's show? What's going on here? And or could I book him for my show? What's going on? There's nothing more satisfying than nitpicking good people who operate in good faith. Speaking of good faith, has anyone heard any updates about the Good Faith podcast? This is your opening? And yes, I will do the recap in just a sec. Anyway, folks, they dropped a new episode in No Virgil. Oh my god. Ooh, look at this. Hold up, hold up. I'm stretching my back. Ooh. Can I come on one day just to talk shit? No, Choking on Ashes, you're banned. And on that note, let's get into the recap. So yesterday was day 64 of protests in the city of Elizabeth motherfucking City over the police shooting of Andrew Brown Jr. I would like to remind everyone, Andrew Brown was executed mercilessly in a school zone at 8:30 a.m. Stray bullets from officers or sheriff's deputies Robert Morgan, Daniel Meads, and Aaron Llewellyn fired into their friendly vehicle. They had a van parked perpendicular on the other road. So their awful shots went into their own vehicle, nearly killing their friends. And bullets that they fired had gone into a neighbor's house, going through several walls in the house, only being stopped by a metallic crockpot in the kitchen. So they could have nearly killed several people in this dangerous KKK-style assassination. And so that begs the question, why did they target Andrew Brown in such a way? Did he know something? Was he up to something? Did they have a personal vendetta against him? Who knows? And that's what we're looking to find out. But anyway, yesterday was day 64 of our daily consecutive protests. We have not skipped a day. We have done some sort of demonstration every single day, and we will continue to do so. So, yesterday we went through some neighborhoods. It was pretty chill. I got handed the microphone, and I wanted to play, some of the... Actually, this one is really good here. So, someone is saying, we had some media out yesterday, which we have some local media that are not too terrible. And so they came out, and someone was like, well, I had the megaphone. First of all, I want to say this, okay? I don't like leading chants. I like following chants. That's me personally. That said, some people are interested in what I have to say. And so I was handed the megaphone. I was requested. My presence was requested. And this is what ended up happening.
It doesn't help to have the microphone. Yeah, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're telling me, okay, don't curse because they're making a joke, obviously. No one cares. And so my immediate reaction is to say fuck 12. And technically I didn't say fuck. Everyone else is the one who said fuck. That being said, so there's some good moments of this. I'm going to look through some of the footage I've got and see if I can get anything else out of it. Of me with the megaphone. But yesterday we had a smaller group of folks because half of our group was in Raleigh, protesting in Raleigh, and I do not have much footage of that, but it seemed like what went on up there was pretty decent. But either way, it was pretty good down here. Again, I always wanted to stay in Elizabeth City even when people get bused to various locations because who knows, right? Like, media was there today in Elizabeth City, but last time people went to Raleigh in D.C., there was no media other than me, right? So it's one of those things where you just don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to err on the side of caution, and also I don't like being, cooped up in a bus for, 3 hours. I'm just saying, right? So, yeah. So, anyway, that's what happened. We had a pretty good march, and I thought that the energy levels were pretty high. One thing, actually, that I'm going to get some footage of real quick from my little folder is what we've been doing is so again, we've been doing this permit stuff. And so at the end of the, hold the phone. At the end of the march, we arrive at our final destination a little early, 15 minutes early. And what we decide to do was just keep walking. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Arrest us? The permit says we can walk, right? What are they going to do? Arrest us? Are they? They're not going to arrest us. And so here we are, getting up the footage. Give me a sec here. So here we are. This is usually where we stop. And then someone suggests, now I don't remember who, but someone suggests, hey, let's just keep walking. And so we keep walking. We walk down Main Street. And the cops don't really know what we are doing, right? Because even though we've done this before, and even though the permit says we end on Main Street, they just didn't know what we were doing. And so we go all the way up, right? And then this cop car, this one, the black one, turns left. They think, maybe we're going to the bridge. So watch this. So I don't know what the hell they're doing here. And then, so they turn left, right? We have some interesting individuals over there. So they turn left, like, assuming that we're going to block the bridge. But again, if we were to do that, it would violate the permit. So what we decide to do is walk up to the yellow line on Main Street and then just turn around. Boom, there we go. So we walk up to the line and then turn around, and then the police go like, wait a second, they're following the permit, right? And so then they start scrambling again, and then they leave a couple of roads open, and we had this interaction here where, again, the permit is for Main Street, right? The permit's for Main Street, yet they didn't block the side road. As you can see, cars were coming through right here, so they didn't do their fucking job, right? They were there stationed until 3, or was it 3? No, it was until 8. And then they all left at 2, or at, I'm so sorry, I don't know why. They all left at like 7:50. What? So that, like, hey, me personally, if I were to like walk, if I were working at like fucking auto, and here's Daryl, by the way. Look at this motherfucker. So if I were working at fucking Food Lion, right, and I'm stocking the shelves, and I go like, ugh, I have to put this box of ketchup on the shelf? I'll just leave. And then I leave the box of ketchup on the floor, right? Some of, like, a bottle is, like, laying on the floor, and I just walk out. My manager would probably be like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? But when it's the cops, right? When it's the cops, hey, sorry, you left early? It's cool, bro. Oh, you didn't do your job? Whatever. Right? So, and so here's Daryl. I love Daryl, man. This is my favorite cop. He's like looking pretty confused. Who just knows what he's saying on the walkie-talkie? He's looking pretty confused. And so look at them. You can see them scrambling back there. They don't know what we're gonna do. And then we stand in the street until 8 o'clock, and then we're done. And that was our march. It was very good. And so I had a good time. I love these protests. I'm glad that people requested my presence on the megaphone. If I get handed the megaphone more, I got handed the megaphone the day before too, but it was raining and the megaphone like wasn't working that well, and I was afraid to use it because I didn't want it to break. But yesterday I was going in a little bit. But either way, very fun, very exciting, and again, we're not gonna stop. Like, the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department put out a statement, and I guess I'll do a separate segment on that, but they said that they're not going to protect us anymore. When have you protected us to begin with? In fact, I want to get this clip. I forgot. That reminds me of a sheriff's deputy interaction. I'm scrolling through my footage. Give me a sec. We had a bizarre interaction with a Pasquotank County Sheriff's Deputy that I think I would like to showcase. I just have to find the moment in my abundance of film. Oh, here it is. So we got this dumb motherfucker. Was sitting in his car, listening to some good music.
We want freedom, freedom. We don't need them.
So apparently, this guy is like chewing and spitting tobacco or some shit.
Is that's not
right? So who knows what's going on in there? This guy's chilling, like jamming out to some tunes, and we all ask him like, why aren't your windows rolled down? Why aren't you on patrol? Why aren't you like, he's just sitting there having a good time. He's probably like jerking off in between fucking like, protests, right? So like this motherfucker, like again, the sheriff's deputies, they're not here. They're not here to protect us. They're here for that sweet, sweet overtime. They're here for that sweet, sweet cash. And they got their raise. So they feel like, we're set. Let's get the fuck out of here. And so that's what fuck them. And so I want to go into the Sheriff Wooten's official statement on protest protection. So the Pasquotank County Sheriff, the same one who said in May of 2020 that no one would ever be killed like George Floyd in Elizabeth City. There will never be any police killings. He also gave us his personal cell phone number. Reminder, when Pasquotank County Sheriff Tommy Wooten II sent his hired assassins to murder Andrew Brown, what he did immediately afterwards changed his number. Because he gave it to us for PR a year prior, and then as soon as people started calling him, hey, what the fuck just happened, he changed his number. So I just want to throw that out there, some interesting backstory. But either way, he released a press release stating that basically he's a big bitch and he's going to pull out his squadrons of losers. So let's read. To the citizens of Pasquotank County and Elizabeth City, since December 2018, after I was elected as your sheriff, the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Office has been dedicated to improving our community. Our office has taken initiative. I don't give a shit. On April 21st, 2021, our office was involved in the shooting death of Mr. Andrew Brown Jr. This tragedy caused an array of emotions throughout our community and our office. At this point now, approximately 2 months after the event, I want to speak about the office's future direction. So again, they got their raise. Coincidentally, they get a pay raise, and then they pull out of protest patrol. Isn't that it? It's almost like it was all part of the plan. I wonder, if we would have never protested Andrew Brown's murder, would they have gotten that pay raise? I wonder. Do you wonder that? I wonder that. Our office has worked with our neighboring agency, the Elizabeth City Police Department, in providing assistance with daily protests since the event. Being 64 days past the event, I have decided that it's time to resume normal operations. The office and I took an oath to serve our community as a whole, and we intend to do just that. I understand that the office and I need to focus on rebuilding relationships within our community. Trust between law enforcement and its community is paramount. Again, remember when Tommy Dumbfuck Shitfuck for Brains Wooten and Deputy Dumbfuck Fogg went on their little fucking Facebook video and said, we believe in transparency. Right? That's why on day one, when Andrew was murdered, we went to the sheriff's department and said, hey, what the fuck's going on? And then they didn't come out. They locked the doors and they looked at us through the windows. And then on day two, we said, all right, what's going on? They locked the doors. They looked at us through the windows. They were on the roof. Day three, we said, hey, what's going on? Day 4, we said, hey, what's going on? Day 5, day 6, day 7. Hey, Sheriff Tommy Wooten, what's going on? You can talk to Facebook. You can talk to mainstream media. Why can't you talk to us? So he uploads a video saying, we want transparency. What? The windows are pretty transparent because I can see you looking at us through them, motherfucker. Right? So, again, the idea that this guy is going to be working... No, that's not happening. That's not happening. We know it's not happening because if you wanted to build trust, what you would have done is you would have come out on day one and would have said, we apologize. Things got out of hand, right? You could have even said the shooting was justified, which of course it's not. But you could have even put forth that narrative and said that, you know, it'll never happen again. You know, the people that, you know, did the shooting are going to be moved to another sort. Like, you could have done so much to keep some respect points, but you decided to do not even the absolute minimum, but significantly less than the absolute minimum. We're still waiting to release the fucking body cam footage, by the way. As law enforcement, our duty is to ensure and protect everyone's constitutional rights. By the City of Elizabeth City's continued issuance of permits, they have allowed and issued daily protests by a very small group of our community to hinder the lives of our citizens. What? So marching in the streets for an hour and a half every day is hindering the lives of our citizens? I actually got asked by local news before the protest how I feel about this statement. And my response, I'll have to see if I can get their footage of that. My response was, if you are more concerned with being able to go to Wendy's or McDonald's at fucking 6:13 p.m. than you are with police rolling into a school zone and firing bullets into a car in nearby houses, then I've got news for you. You're a fucking bitch. Right? I said something along those lines. And so, and they were, I don't think I said a swear word because I was on the news or whatever. But they were very interested in that, what I had to say on that one. So again, the idea that marching for an hour and a half every day is hindering the lives of anybody, I'm sorry, you're a fucking moron. Go fuck yourself. And you're gaslighting. You're lying about the situation. The First Amendment provides the right to peacefully assemble. However, it does not provide the right to block roadways, nor does it provide the right to a law enforcement escort. Now, we never asked for a law enforcement escort. We never asked for it. We don't want it. We have been saying since day one, fuck the police. We have been saying since day one, fuck Tommy Wooten. And not in the good dick way. We want you to get the hell out of here. We don't like you. So the idea that they're acting like, oh, we're doing this for them because they asked us, but now, like, no. You're a fucking bitch. Effective Saturday, June 26, 2021, I have made the decision for our office to no longer assist in the city of Elizabeth City. No longer assist the city of Elizabeth City and the Elizabeth City Police Department with daily protests. While I have informed Chief Eddie Buffalo of my decisions, our office will continue to support the Elizabeth City Police Department during major events and other situations associated with law enforcement and overall public safety. During these challenging times, our office has received a tremendous amount of support from our community members, which we greatly appreciate. Our office would like to thank everyone who has either reached out to us or provided support. Anyway, who gives a shit? You see this fucking shit? Y'all gonna lose your job, bitch. I'm telling you. But I got news for you. I got news for you, and I'm not saying don't vote for whoever's not Tommy Wooten. Vote for whoever the Democrat is, always, in these instances. And then when you see how bad the Democrat fucks up, then we gotta go even harder the next time. But I'm telling you right now, this motherfucker's gonna lose his job. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Now, I know he's probably not gonna lose his job, but I'm being fierce and ferocious. And anyway, yeah, fuck you. We don't want you. We never wanted you anywhere near us. We've constantly complained. We've filed complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint with the Sheriff's Department saying, 1, we don't want you. 2, your officers are stupid. Your deputies aren't doing their jobs. They're just sitting there spitting into a Mountain Dew bottle. They're just fucking, they're not paying attention at all. They're not blocking streets. They're getting out of the way so cars can get through. We don't need you. We don't want you. And you don't deserve the overtime you're getting. Plain and simple. But they're going to try to spin this into like, oh yeah, we just left on our own accord. You didn't leave on jack fucking fuck all. And guess what? If something happens and a car rams into protesters again, you know who the onus is going to fall on? Tommy motherfucking Wooten. Anyway, folks, that'll wrap up my show for today. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Again, to my understanding, I'm still booked to go on Benjamin Dixon's program on Monday as well. So, look forward to that. Unless they bump me and say, sorry, you said the F word. Can't do it. One day closer to day 69. Can't wait. Send me some cringe. Okay. Oh my god. Also, what we need to start doing, ask Ben Dixon to come on my show. Hey Ben, where you at? Also, on that note, Matt Binder already accepted the request to come on my show. What's going on with that, buddy? Will I still protest? Oh yeah, we're going to protest every single day. This is a daily protest. I had to make sure this is the same person from Ben's show. One time for the F-bomb. Great show. New subscriber. Thank you so much, Jay Clem. I appreciate that. Reminder, folks, I do a daily show at 10 a.m. On the weekends, I'm going to do 9 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. But on the weekdays, I'll do 10 a.m. Because for protests, we get started earlier in the day on the weekends. So, you know, I need more time in the morning. And, yeah, so that's the idea. Again, I don't know what I was going to say, but pretty good stuff. You kicked ass on Ben. Let's get you on all the platforms. Fox and Friends, yo, if they let me on Fox News. Imagine if they let me on Fox News while it's live. Could you imagine? Lord have mercy. Let's go for that, man. Let's go. Yeah, ask the Humanist Report to bring me on their show. And ask them to come on my show. Get the fuck on my show. I'm tired of going on other people's shows, folks. Get the fuck on my show. Let's be real here. No, I'm just fucking around, y'all. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I need to pee. So, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know on Twitter. You can join my Discord and ask me questions there. Just hit me up. I'm fine. I try to respond to everything I can. Sometimes they fall through the cracks. Feel free, if I don't respond to you, to bump your message and like say, hey, I know you're busy, but you know, because you know, trust me, you know, I'm not going to get upset if you bump your message. But anyway, bye bye, folks. Have a good one.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
It's not they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Get your words straight, Jack.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.